I'm all about being consistent. And you know who else is consistent? Tems. Right? Born in the wild, born in the wild. Tems, I love Tems from Africa. From Nigeria, if I'm not mistaken. She's a Niger girl. Tems. Chocolate. Beautiful, natural. Right? Curvy. Voluptuous. Not skinny. Not chunky. But thick. Solid. Right in the middle. Right? And we love Tems. We think about Ice-T. We think about Free Mind. We think about the last project that she had was pretty much an EP. Then we think about what she did with the Drake and Future, right? And then we got to think about what she did for Rihanna, on the Black Panther 2. What Tems has been doing needs our attention, needs the notoriety, right? Because she's giving us great music. And not only is she staying true to her culture, not only is she giving us the Afro beats, but she's also involving the African American culture, right? Or some people would say Black America. She's involving that culture, and she's giving us that R&B. And even on T Unit, you could hear that she's into the hip hop. So Tems, this is technically her debut album, Born in the Wild. From the beginning, that Born in the Wild. If you feel like you a beast, if you feel like you from out that jungle, if you feel like you from, a different part, a different place, a different cloth, Born in the Wild, right? It really hits you different. Then Burning, then you go to Wicked. So she gave us stuff that every listener could listen to. She stayed true to her sound. She stayed true to her fan base, and she gave us the sounds. She gave us the songs that we needed, but she also explored a little bit. She also got a little bit poppy. She also got a little bit darker. She also gave us a little bit more of that hip hop. Fortunate, you're unfortunate. She said, you're fortunate, you're unfortunate, right? She was telling us, she was giving us that substance. This was well written. Everything that she said really made sense. And it wasn't surface level writing. It was something that you had to dive deep into. Fortunate, you're unfortunate. Right? Because the things that you think are going bad, the negative things that you think are hurting you, that you think are pulling you down, is really going to benefit you in the long run. So you're fortunate that right now you're unfortunate. You in my face, real already, gangster, right? It was so many songs that I can recall. It was so many songs that gave me a good feeling. It was so many songs that wanted me to hug myself, that wanted to give myself that self-love. Tems, she made me feel in love with myself again. She made me rejoice because of the sound of the Afro beats and that blend with the R&B with a little bit of hip hop, a little sprinkle of that. And it was just the right chemistry. It was just the right mixture. And I'm thinking about getting a ticket, right? I'm thinking about getting a ticket to the show. Southside Ballroom, Dallas, Texas. Right? I'm thinking about going because she really just put me in the right vibe, in the right mood, and just in the right mindset. Right? So Tems, great debut album. And I guess we can talk about the J. Cole feature. This was definitely better than Grippy, but this J. Cole feature didn't really do enough to put him back in my good graces. This J. Cole feature didn't really do enough to make me take him serious. But this J. Cole feature was refreshing, right? He said, you don't like going Dutch, so guess who's out of pocket? That line, hey, I ain't gonna lie, I like that line. So, I believe this was good for Cole to be seen on this track, and just good for him to give you that lyrical exercise and not just being about the machismo lyricism, but just talking to that lady, talking to that loved one, just expressing your feelings. So Cole, I think this was good, but this not enough to get that stank off you. That's not enough to get that shit off you. That stain's still there. It's not fully clean, but this is something that will kind of give it a wipe down, right? This is something that will kind of, you know what I'm saying, put it in that laundry. But sometimes you gotta let it soak a little bit longer to truly get those stains out. And this ain't no soak. This is just a quick wash. So maybe later on he can soak it up, right, and give us something that we can really absorb. So shout out to Tems, shout out to J. Cole.